Hi everyone and welcome to this week's news roundup. The sun is shining, the sparrows have been bringing their newly hatched babies to eat from my bird feeder, and we're allowed to go to the beach. With one friend, life is good. Another week has passed and Google and Facebook have not slowed up one bit. Also, the new guy on the block, TikTok, is pushing hard to get more traction in the UK market. All this coming right up. A new tool from Google shows the top trending product categories each week. Skorts are the top trending retail category this week. I had to Google it too. We've seen a huge changes in consumer demand over the last couple of months. Think with Google offers data on rising new retail categories. What was creating huge demands a couple of weeks ago, toilet roll, face masks and antibac spray, has been replaced with Skorts. It's a cross between a short and a skirt. I had to Google it too. Golf bags and tennis rackets. We've had for a few years Google Trends, which shows variants in search terms used by Google users, but this is quite different. The new tool from Think with Google, released last week, has almost no segmentation. You can pick the country and the change frequency. Currently only available in the US, UK and Australia, an interesting tool for buyers or advertisers who are looking where to hedge their budgets. Those advertisers for Slazenger, Skorts, get those campaigns live this week. Facebook Shops. For quite a while we've been able to have a shop as a tab on Facebook. There have been lots of posts after an announcement from Facebook, but this is not really new functionality. In fact, it's been possible to have a storefront on Facebook since back in the day when you can use HTML content onto tabs. We used to build pages and showcase products where a user could click on a link to a product on the eCommerce site and then through the site could go on to make that purchase. So although this functionality is not new, I do think the announcement from Facebook last week is going to make quite a big impact on the e-commerce sector, especially in sectors like apparel and sporting goods. So we've distilled it down to the four big things it's going to change. Number one, Facebook wants to keep its users on their site. If you run ads, you'll know it can cost up to 10 times the price to get a user to complete an action, such as a form submission, on Facebook versus taking them off to a domain to do the same thing. The ability to make a purchase and stay within Facebook is a huge step change. Traffic will not have to visit your site to make the purchase. So, number two, you're going to have to up your Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp support. There's going to be a ranking algorithm for these shops, we know this. The post that Facebook released hints towards support and talking to customers through WhatsApp, Messenger or Instagram Direct are a benefit of the program. I have a very strong hunch that you're going to want to have the responsive message badge to be ranked, as this shows a minimum level of support and customer experience around your brand. So this means you need to respond to at least 90% or more of your messages and have a response time of less than 15 minutes. Product tagging, number three. This is huge and something the e-commerce world has been dreaming about for years. Imagine seeing your hero with a product, being able to buy it there and then with just a couple of clicks. Put aside some budget for this, as with similar audience targeting, this is going to be a license to print money initially. There's also a loyalty points scheme, which again is something not a lot of business have been able to digitalise. If you had this data for your customers and you could use that as an ad audience for free, it's like Tesco Club data but with no setup cost. This is going to be huge for those that adopt it. So you might think, where did Facebook get all of these ideas? Well, there's this small app that exists in China. It only has around 1 billion active users. This is what is really coming to the UK. So we need to check out who's winning on WeChat and basically get ready to do the same sort of things on Facebook. I honestly believe this could be the next major digital revolution. Currently on WeChat, you can message and call, you can send personal localized data, i.e. telling your friends where you are. It's one of the country's biggest search engines. It's a currency wallet, it's a news feed, it's a payment merchant, It's a credit card, you can get loans, you can top up your phone, you can pay bills, you can access public services through it, you can book train tickets and plane tickets and taxis, movies, hotels, they host flash sites, you can even buy and rent houses. There are business pages, stores, ads, and it's basically a CRM. This is what's coming through Facebook. Google Ads. New guides and checklists released by Google to manage your campaigns through COVID-19. So Google moved very quickly in response to COVID-19. Gmail's blocked around 18 million COVID-19 scam emails every day. In 2019 alone, Google blocked 2.7 billion bad ads. That's more than 5,000 ads blocked per minute. Over 1 million ad accounts were blocked and over 1.2 million publishers were blocked and 21 million pages were removed from Google's ad network. These are crazy numbers. I know everyone that works with Google Ads occasionally moans about how long ads can take to be approved, or the annoyance of false positives and having to get manually approved, but 5,000 ads being blocked every minute is a huge number. So, it's now super important to not accidentally get caught up in this huge net, which is really easy to do. At one point, using images with people not socially distancing was enough to get a banner banned. And if you're advertising antivirus software and using virus in your ads, good luck getting that through without manual intervention. So Google Ads has released some really great updates for search, display and discovery to avoid getting caught up in these aggressive filters. There's also an individual checklist for all of their campaign types, so search, display, discover, apps, video, search ads 360 and video 360, and also measurements, which are really worth following, and we'll put a link to them on the Bluethurst site. Also worth checking are the adapting in industry trend guides, which they've been released. So they've been released for retail, mobile gaming, hotel and food and beverage, and they're really worth a read if you're in this sector, so we will link to those on the Bluethurst page. YouTube sees change in behaviour away from computer screens to TV screens. The days of YouTube being only really watched on either phone apps or computer screens is changing. Globally, YouTube has this year seen 800% increase in viewers of feature-length movies, 125% increase in TV shows, and a 250% increase in live content. YouTube's internal data, published in March 2020, stated that over 100 million people watch YouTube and YouTube TV on their TV screens each month, and also stated in April that 60% of signed-in users watched YouTube content on TV screens in the last 7 days. A new product's been launched called YouTube Select, which is actually a combination of two older products called Google Preferred and Prime Packs. It's designed to offer a brand safe way to target audiences that are watching stream TV. They're popular YouTube creators, or importantly during feature-length movies, during live sports events. So I thought, could this move live events like F1 that have tried live streaming on Twitch to the platform if a more sound advertising model could be found? So where this becomes really interesting is being able to answer the question, does my TV advertising work? Recently, Google announced that the Google Brand Lift measurement for TV screens. So YouTube's had this data since around 2014, but now it can be segmented just for TV screens. So you can link to this data to see changes in organic searches. You can also see how your TV ads have affected people searching for your ads and your products, as well as the demographics of the people engaging with your content. TikTok TV advert. Is now the time to try the channel. It seems only yesterday we started talking about TikTok, but it was actually back in 2018. The Shanghai company ByteDance, who owns TikTok, have been pushing hard into the UK market. At the beginning of this month, they launched their new TV advert featuring Tom Daley, Gordon Ramsay, Little Mix and Tiny Temper. As well as featuring in these TV ads, these creators and celebrities create content showing their day-to-day lives in lockdown on the platform, as well as creating some live events. This video sharing app is forecast by eMarketer to grow its user base to about 8.1 million by the end of 2020, and that's around a quarter of UK users on Facebook to give the numbers some scale. So now might be the time of looking into following Mercedes-Benz, Too Faced and Guess onto the channel. There are numerous ways to advertise using the platform. The hashtag challenge, which will cost around $156,000 for a 6-day campaign. A brand filter campaign, they cost around $50,000, as well as these specific TikTok campaigns. There are also the standard in-feed video, takeover ads that are a bit more traditional and start with a budget of around $12,000. So it looks like this blossoming channel that has strong levels of engagement and advert click-through rates is a channel now worth considering. Well, that's it for another week. Wherever you are, stay safe and don't forget to get these updates straight to your inbox. Subscribe using the link in the description.